councillors, we have a responsibility to try and achieve what we see as being best for the residents of Whitby and the surrounding areas. We may very well have different views as councillors about that, so I can only give my own view. But given in modern terms the rather paltry sum of £11.9 million, the notion that a community like this has to engage in public fundraising in order to have a proper radiology unit concerns me. I'm concerned about the fact that Whitby does not have an accident and emergency unit. I know it never has, but that's not in itself a good enough answer as to why it shouldn't. And when we did the tour of the hospital, which I was very grateful for, basically the answer I got in terms of the difference between minor injuries and accident and emergency was, as I suspected, they're basically the same but not as well resourced. For example, the minor injuries unit doesn't have the capacity to perform scans. We do continue to have a problem in winter if Whitby is cut off from both Scarborough and Middlesbrough. I'm concerned to hear that York has not agreed to continue outpatient services in relation to the issue of Councillor Jenison raised. I'm particularly concerned that the reduction of beds is going to leave people who are desperately in need of a bed, and this is taking account of the fact that the modern view of medicine is that people are often better off at home. When it comes to palliative care, and many of us have had personal experiences with loved ones, including myself, we all know that the time comes where people simply cannot remain at home, and I'm told that even with the current number of beds, people who ought to be in hospital are having to have night nurses and so on. Now, I'm not blaming the CCG, even though the NHS clearly is, and I don't know if you remember, but at the public meeting, the NHS said in response to a question that the amount of money that we had was your request and the plans were drawn around that. It wasn't the other way around, that you were given money and you had to plan accordingly. So maybe I'm being too kind to you in saying what I don't blame you, but in my view, given the poor level now further reduced capacity and ability of Whitby Hospital, I just feel that, for me personally, that the honest thing to say is that this is not so much a redevelopment and certainly not an improvement, it's actually a downgrade. And I think that as exciting as it is going to be to have some nice new shiny things there, the capacity, which is minimal anyway, is being reduced. And I don't think Whitby and its residents are getting the best of out of this, I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, I'll have to disagree with you on quite a lot of that. I'll deal with it as you go through A&E. I've lived with a lot of North, I've lived here 26 years. I don't want there to be an A&E here. It's the wrong place to have an A&E. An A&E is not just about scans. It's about 24/7 consulting supervision and expertise. And there's something called the magic hour of major trauma. And the reality is that people are alive today because we have regional trauma centres. And so we're lucky because James talked about regional trauma centre. And people with major trauma will be transported from the whole to the east. So you've got Newcastle, Hillsborough and Leeds. Even York is not a major trauma centre. And if I had major trauma, I would want to go to a major trauma centre. And I've worked at the hospital for many, many years, working in the minor injuries unit. And there was a time where the ambulances used to come. And all we did was waste an hour, because that's what happened. Patients came, taken off the trolley, looked at, and then said, oh, you know, you've got to go. And then we put them back in the ambulance and we'll take care of everything. And so we did them no good at all. There was a time when there were paramedics in the backs of ambulances, but there are now. And these are well-trained people who are now working to a degree level of education. Now, I accept that not every ambulance necessarily has a paramedic, but there's certainly a lot more than it was about 25 years ago, when essentially the ambulance was just a transport system. So I have to disagree with you about that, and that's the reason why there's never been an A&E here, because it's not appropriate. What we have is a minor injuries unit or of that sort of level. And I would want consultants and expertise in terms of specialist people who work in A&E rather than GPs dealing with major trauma. In terms of the beds, one of my worries is that people seem to have taken the hospital in isolation. This is also about developing community services. And so, up until recently, we didn't have overnight district nursing. Up until recently, your GP was in Pickering, not in Whitby. And so all of those things have changed, and so there are community services here. We went to a very, very long process to try and think about the numbers of beds. And believe it or not, there is no national formula. It's very scientific. So what happened, when we talked to people initially, what was clear is people wanted the hospital to be on the present site. And so that created certain restrictions in terms of what we were going to do. And also it became clear that if we demolished the tunnel block, then we wouldn't get planning permission for something that high again. We also, one of our business and tourism people got this sort of computer simulation where he took every single patient who's in the hospital over a 5-year period and fed him length of stays. And we have a system where we can sort of work up people's illness levels and we can work around it. And what we found was that our patients were staying far longer than equivalent hospitals patients were doing. And that there were people actually in hospital who should have been there, they should be at home, mainly they were there because there wasn't community services. And so we did the modelling, and we did based on assumptions in terms of reducing length of stay and various other things. And I have to say, the numbers came out about 20 beds. We then went around the country, well, the north of the country, and average came up, and we visited a number of new builds. And so we went to Beverley, to the Birmingham Hospital, we went to Selby, and went to Cockermouth. And what was obvious from those three hospitals is their bed numbers were significantly, per head population, were significantly lower than what we were anticipating. In terms of the palliative care question, women have done lots and lots of surveys, and what they found is that if the facilities were available in the community, approaching 100% of people would want to die at home, not die in hospital. And when we factored in the ability to still continue providing hospice type, though we're not a hospice, but hospice type care for every life. So as best we can, we try to scientifically say, okay, how do we take money from a building that's very expensive and it's the least energy efficient healthcare building in North Yorkshire. I can go on and on with this, but lost the basic spaces we have to pay for, etc., etc. And it was all about trying to get enough money out of the system to reinvest it in providing community care. And so the hospital is not the only thing, but the important thing is about providing services, because when I'm being a little bit sarcastic, I'll say to people, in my experience, a brick is never getting any better. It's the services that people provide that get people better. Whether that answers your question or not.
Thank you. Councillor Smith.
Yes, just a couple of questions. First of all, exactly how many beds will there be in the transition period within the hospital, and how many beds in the future are we talking about?
So the end position is that we will have 19 beds, so very close to the we were modelling a few years back, and obviously since that time, as George has said, we have made those investments in the community services as required to reduce the length of stay, etc. In the interim phase, we are bound by the walls and the facilities that we've got. So we have managed to ensure that we can have 16 beds on site, which left us with a problem because we went to the 19 that the modelling told us. So we have engaged with North Yorkshire County Council and we have agreed that we'll have 3 step-down beds in Marple Lane during the period of the decant. Now, at this point in time, the manager of Marple Lane and the ward manager work very closely together because there are a number of patients currently on the inpatient units who are classed as delayed transfers to care. So patients that actually haven't got a medical need to be in the hospital bed anymore and actually been treated with social care issue that's preventing them from being discharged from the hospital. So they're working very closely together, so we feel that would be a really good solution to that decant bed, which will be around 12 months. So it's important for us to not have what we call a spot purchase arrangement, where we will purchase a bed if a particular patient needs it, that we have a block arrangement for those 3 beds during that 12-month period. So that is what we are working through with the council, and that is what will happen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I just follow on from that then? I understand the situation is now, and I've got various people that have told me, the situation is dementia patients in particular are going into crisis, are requiring a hospital bed. One can't be found in Whitby anywhere. They're being transported to places like Hartlepool, Redcar. Obviously, we all understand that that is not the best place for people with dementia to be transported outside of all the environments that they know. So what steps will there be that will enable those people then to find a bed in emergency within their hometown?
It depends what you mean by dementia. So I'm not going to, I'll be a bit pedantic, because what we know is that if somebody has their predominant problem is dementia, and the problem is not a physical one, so it's around dementia, places like Whitby Hospital were never appropriate.
Can I clarify? I'm thinking of instances, for example, where people have dementia and it results, for example, on them not being able to stand up. The carer, as a result of the dementia that they have.
I think what you must remember is that healthcare has changed. So when I first came here, I looked after everything with the hospital. Yeah, and that was the way it worked. But I think now, if you are in enough community service that support you should be going somewhere where you can have consultative level advice. And even in the good old days, if you like to refer to them, we only got the consultant once a week. And that is part of the reason why we have such long length of stays. And the reason why it's so important is because for every 10 days an elderly person stays in hospital, they lose 10 years of muscle mass. That's the difference between being able to go to the toilet by yourself or not. And so I strongly believe that if you're sick enough to go into hospital, you should be going to a district general hospital where, one, they're allowed to go all the time, and 2, you get a consultant level opinion. And nowadays the consultants run their ward rounds 2 or 3 times a day. I just don't think it's acceptable that you have to wait a whole week before you get a consultant opinion, because you take like 10 days and 10 years of muscle mass. Well, you've got 7% muscle mass already in 7 days before you see the consultant. And so what we should be about is if people can't go home after an acute hospital admission, it's about palliative care and it's about rehabilitation for some people where there's a need for it. But more and more procedures are being done quicker. So now I first qualified, if you had a hip replacement, you're hospital for 2 weeks. They're always being done today cases now. When I first came to Whitby, because possibly I know about my circuit train, I used to work in Provider States. Even a hernia repair spent 3 days in hospital. Now it's been half a day. And actually, it's better for me. So to answer your question, I think healthcare has changed. I use my yardstick where I work for me and my family. And one of my family members is ill enough that they need to go to hospital. I would like them to have a consultant's opinion, consultant support, and if they were determined that they needed rehab, they then came back home again. So when I take your point about the dementia, I don't think that we should be giving up quality very lightly. And my fear is a lot of this conversation is about giving up quality. And repeating myself, I always use what I would want for myself and my family as the yardstick about what I think would be appropriate. And I don't think I'm in isolation because most professionals would say the same thing. And this 10% muscle mass in 10 days is a really quite frightening figure, if you think about it. Because the difficulty is always from the 70s and 80s, you never get that muscle mass back again. As I said, it's the difference between either being able to walk unaided, getting to toilets unaided, that's the reality. And so I understand your point. I think I've got a slightly different viewpoint, perhaps, to you.
I think my concern is that we had 24 beds, it wasn't enough to suffice in an emergency when somebody can no longer cope at home, it's possibly midnight, they suddenly find that they can't cope and there's a crisis, and that person is then, an elderly person, an obviously ill person, is then being transported across to Hartlepool, not to a hospital bed, but to a bed in an old people's home. To me, those beds should be being provided within our own community, and that was my question.
Well, I think two things. We don't commission old people's homes as a health service. If somebody becomes, as a GP, that ill and they need hospital services, I think, I'm going to repeat myself, in that emergency, they should be given a consultant's opinion initially in the district general hospital, and then a decision is made about their ongoing care, and that's where the place that the hospital comes in. I don't personally see that we should be admitting people. I'm used to work acutely, so urgently, to Whitby Hospital. I think Whitby Hospital is about plan we have or people with palliative care issues. I just don't think that we should be sacrificing the quality that we get from a consultant's opinion. Very likely, and I fear that what you're suggesting means that people will get a raw deal. Much as I have experience and worked for a long time, I am not a consultant geriatrician.
It follows on to Mike's question was, we are cut off quite regularly from Whitby, and I remember a few years ago we had the ambulance service here, and the question was asked, had they had any precautions after a particularly bad winter when we were cut off, and for emergency access, and the precaution that was being taken by the ambulance service at that point in time was to transport patients by the lifeboats. Will that still be the situation, or will there be any capacity in the new hospital under those extreme circumstances to take on patients?
I think that it's been on call everybody tells about every winter it's blocked off. It's been 1 or 2 days in my experience for 26 years. I'm sorry, it really tells me, but it's only been a couple of days that I can think of in all honesty. So I don't think we should overstate the issue. Absolutely, in those situations, if someone genuinely could not be transported, and there was a bed that we could temporise, we would do it. But it depends on what's wrong with them. If someone's got an acute surgical problem, putting them in a Whitby hospital effectively says, we're going to let you cope on your own. And I do know that we have got people out of the most difficult circumstances when we needed to. I accepted an uptown helicopter can't come in, but just the other day the helicopter came in, to pick up somebody who's involved in a car accident. And so if you were to do that, it would be like temporising until you could evacuate somebody.
That's not the question I was asking, it was the question.
I don't think anybody would say the hospital would never step up to the plate, if that was a need. But you have to, I think it's really important for you to remember, hence my any comment, you cannot get the level of care that you would get in a trauma unit.
Thank you. Councillor Fogler.
Well, 2 things now. The first is, it's very rare we're ever blocked off. We do have a helicopter, we all support it, and we did meet staff on the tour around the hospital who stayed, brought the pajamas with them and stayed in the hospital. And that was the staff across the board. The other thing was, you're talking about people saying they're consultants. I have macular degeneration, I go monthly, 6 weekly and have an injection in my eye. I can drive there, but they won't let me drive back. So I get patient transport, and they take dialysis patients, everybody. Whether you need an ambulance for dialysis patients to go to see their consultant or for treatment, they send a car for me. This is a lot of risk. The ambulance goes around the district, picks everybody up. Patient transport is fabulous, but people don't seem to know about it. And it's free.
Yes, interesting you talked about dialysis. One of the interesting things about the health service is we built all these dialysis units, and we're now having to close them down.
Oh, right.
Because actually what's happened, we are, as a community identifying people with potential kidney problems and intervening further. So actually they're not getting to the stage that they need dialysis. So that's one of the sort of where we forget the good things happen in the NHS. And not only are we closing down dialysis units, we're probably going to be closing down some of the cardiac stenting units because actually prevention of heart disease is working so much better than people anticipate. So I just want to say that it's not anything about bad news. The reality is people are living longer. When I first came here, people were, I remember seeing a patient at home in their 90s who's looking at them gobsmacked and said, that's cool, it was becoming common.
Thank you. Councillor Houghton.
Just to mention dialysis, my dad actually designed the first dialysis machine that was small enough to actually transport to patient homes.
Well, people do the right home now, but that's too compared to us.
That's not what I was I want to give a view from a patient's point of view. I've just recently had surgery myself, and from the patient's point of view, I would much rather get out of the hospital as soon as quickly and get home, and rather than be sat, lying, taking up a bed space, because then I can get out that bed, and that bed is released for other people. So even the same physical number of beds, you've functionally got more beds, the more procedures you can do that results in releasing patients to get out of the building.
That's not the reason to do it.
Well, that's from my point of view. I would like to get out of the hospital as soon as...
But you're less likely to get complications post-operatively. So, I've been practicing for 30 odd years, and people used to just like in their operations. And what was happening, people died of pulmonary embolisms, or a type of pneumonia, which also is called orthostatic pneumonia, which no one sees these days. It was a function of us keeping them alive.
Yeah. Well, I had a similar operation 25 years ago, and I was in hospital for 3 days. This operation last month, I was in as a day case. And at the end of the day, they said, right, go home, make sure you're hot around the house, and you have to recourse that and just look after yourself.
A big part of your rehabilitation nowadays is activities of daily living, and predominantly people are rehab videos, going to a gym and working with a physiotherapist. So actually a huge part of it is taking part in activities of daily living as soon as you possibly can, and that's a big part of a rehabilitation program these days, and it creates better outcomes for the patient in the long term.
It's also more economic as well, I'm not going to be like that.
Yeah. Thank you. Now I'm going to open suspending orders for public participation with questions regarding the report.
Thank you, Chair. Hugo Kennedy, Labour Party parliamentary candidate, Scarborough Whitby. I've listened with interest to the discussion that's happened here, and I want to pick up on one of the issues. Now, first of all, I also say that I do appreciate the difficult situation that CCG is in. And I also appreciate that there have been huge advances in modern medicine in terms of the time spent on certain planned procedures. But I do have to come back to this point with the emergency care. Now, in terms of this constituency, there are villages such as Danby and Gothland which are rural and isolated. For example, Gothland, the ambulance response times are 61% within the 8 minutes prescribed. Now, that is the response time for an ambulance or for a rapid response vehicle, or in some cases the fire service, because they're now actually getting called upon to do joint responding, and at that point the clock will stop. So I'm just saying that figure of 61% within 8 minutes might not be the actual ambulance service with paramedic. Given that there's been cuts in the ambulance service for 46 billion, give or take, over the last 5 years, I still come back to this point that I still think that there is a deficit in terms of emergency care, in terms of getting not just a response vehicle, but the appropriate response vehicle to people in rural areas, and then getting them to the appropriate treatment within that golden hour for things like heart attack, sepsis, and other emergency conditions. So really, the point's been made before, but I really just want to emphasise it, and I accept the other points about the planned procedures to a certain extent, and the trialling of modern technology for consultation and such like, but this thing of emergency care, this is the thing that comes up on the doorstep to me over and over again, and it's something that a lot of constituents are concerned about.
Thank you.
Well, thank you all. The questions are two parts about it. I'm not going to go over why I think we should transport to the place the most appropriate care can be required. I'm afraid that's a professional view which is held throughout the NHS, and I don't think you'll find a professional who would say you should take someone to an inferior service routinely. But I take your point about the ambulance services. And we have been working really hard with your travellers to try and improve their response times. And I accept the number of press I get is about 61%. That's 20% more than it was when we started as a CCG, I have to say. So we have done an awful lot of work to try and improve that. I think that's where the effort should be pushed at, about improving the response time, as we fair, it has got better, rather than the sort of, if I'm allowed to say, simplistic answer of bringing them to the hospital, because I just absolutely do not believe that's the solution. But I'll take your point about times and say we have done an awful lot of work. We're not the experts, but the person who commissioned down the service, John Darling, is very experienced. He's working very closely with animals. And as I said, I am delighted that the times have gone up. When we first started the CCD, I hope I get my numbers right here, there's something about someone in a cardiac arrest, and there's a numbers who then go home. So we first started to correct, we have nobody who had a cardiac arrest in the house who survived to go home. With the work that people have done, and also the work that is done by our network in terms of having good workers in the community, a significant number of people actually. So, are we there? Are our professional running? No. Do I take your point? Absolutely yes. But the way to try and make that better is to improve the response times of the others.
And on a positive note, as a resident of one of those villages you just mentioned, I can retain on several occasions where there was a heart attack, where there was a call from force, and where there was a traffic accident, the helicopter came and was whisked away. Unfortunately, the heart attack patient didn't make it, but it was called out by our radio doctor. So I can actually think that there are positives in our medical way, and it is the helicopter from James Cook that actually saved those lives.
I just really quickly want to come back to that. I do take your point, but I think it's about patient experience. And if we can provide services that guarantee to maybe 80 or 90% that people with those critical conditions can get the appropriate care within that golden hour, that's fine. I'm not bothered about where they get it as long as they get it.
Anybody else like to speak on hospitals? Councillor Barrett.
I'm sort of reminded, of your presentation that we're talking about a national health service, not a national hospital service here. And that's absolutely the key word right now. Around in the rural hinterland where we are, right? Our crisis is in social care, mental health issues, and stuff like that, right? Where, we're challenged, I know people who work in the various doctor's surgeries and the hospitals locally, right? Are challenged, really, to make sure that people go home safely, can be cared for in the home, right? Which is absolutely the right place for them to be, right? Now, how far are we getting down the road for that? In terms of this, I see it's crucial, this link that needs to be established so that we become a national health service, not a national hospital service.
I think you're absolutely right, but from our point of view, we are trying to increase the number of preventive services that there are. And so I gave the example of kidney failure. Your GP is part of one of the NHS health checks will check your kidney function. And the whole idea is you pick up people. There are 5 stages of kidney disease. all our kidneys are deteriorating older, unfortunately. What you want to do is stop them getting falling fire. And so the people who used to work at found that intimidated by having chronic kidney disease, and we were looking, actually putting drugs on doing things to protect your kidneys. So that's happening. But I take the point in terms of social care. We are not directly responsible for social care. I have to tell you that there is a challenge in North Yorkshire in terms of social care. For a number of reasons. We are, if you look at our demographic, we are a very old population. And so there is a challenge in terms of people of working age to go to social care. There is no doubt that in the town of Whitby, sometimes the hospitality would be even worse than in the rural hinterland. It's really a real challenge to get social care. And I know that personally. And so my suggestion is the other go to the house and houses.
Thank you. Right, and have we got any more questions from members of the public regarding the hospital? No? Right then, thank you.
Could I just add something about letting people know about certain things? During the CCG, we've got a health engagement network that we set up 4 years ago, and now Dorothy Doss is with us today, and she's our representative for the Whitby area. She's also on the board of the Humber Trust as well, which gives us another avenue to go into. But we publish a newsletter, a Whitby News, every month. This month it will carry a new community transport system that started, and it's in Castleton. They've got a community car, so we will be talking about that. We've also spread the word about Beedale, and there is a patient transport system up there. The transport system at Castleton, so to give you an idea, if you want a car and a driver from Castleton to James Cook, it will cost you £17.50, which I think is probably quite good value. So there is a way of people picking up what's happening in the Whitby area. It's Whitby Health News, it's on our website, it's sent out to 96 people within the Whitby district area. If anybody wants to join, look on our website. If you have any items that you would like us to look at, we can publicise those as well.
Thank you. Right, and so we're going to open our second. Oh, thank you for coming in. You're free to leave.
Thank you.
So now we're going to open our So we're going to go to our second public participation with regard to item agenda 5, which is Whitby Market. Anyone who would like to speak? Yes.
I'd just like to start off by saying thank you very much for working with you in this meeting, and we look forward to the presentation. We're very pleased with the outcome so far of working with you and the really
Thank you. Anybody else like to speak? Councillor Barnett.
No, I was expecting that, to be honest. I mean, I think the council will be reasonable in terms of the timescale. I know that Pam's probably got various letters and seen much of the correspondence, so I'll wait for details of that.
One thing I haven't got, Councillor Barnett, is there was it was put on the Yorkshire Coast Radio on Friday that they're now continuing the 7-day trading, I believe. We've not been notified officially of that, either by a press release or by letter.
Well, I assured, quite be wrong here, all right, that is the case until September.
So I understand.
Recent sort of meetings I've had with Phil Cat and others, decision makers like Alex Richards and I've got his name now, the executive. There's a three-stage kind of process in progress, you know, and sort of in the meantime, in between time, in order to accommodate, you know, the needs of the market traders, so that they can carry on, because clearly, you know, all those people, you know, they just don't want their sort of livelihoods dragging under their feet just like that. That's simply not fair, and it should not happen. And then there will be a debate that goes on, and there will be, you know, probably those that think they're winners, those that think they're losers, and so on, right? But my experience, and I have no side in this whatsoever, none whatsoever. I just like to see due process, that people have their say, be consulted properly, and they can consult in the right way, and then there will be a decision made. But, you know, according to the various the medium term, the long term, you know, within 12 months, they're developing a business plan, and all the rest of it, right? Now, that is in the public domain. And what we're doing is we're arguing that in the meantime, in between time, okay, they can do what they want about the accounting procedures they need to put in place and stuff like that. But clearly, you know, these people need to have the assurance that for some time, and it won't be forever, you know, certainly for the summer season, they're carry on trading as usual, and then they will have to have the debate. That's what we're after. All we're after is having a reasonable debate about these issues. Now, as I said, you know, there will be people that agree, don't agree, but at the end of the day, you know, we have to agree to differ on what might be the process here, you know. I mean, all sorts of plans went ahead. I mean, it obviously knows that, you know, the Borough Council is going to put power points into the cobbles so everybody can have illumination, right? Now, that might be quite a good idea. But it'll cost money, you know, and, you know, it needs planning, right? So there are all sorts of things, and the Borough Council themselves need to step up to the mark and say, what is their vision? How can we involve not only the market traders, but the people of Whitby, you know, in terms of what's going to happen with this particular space, yeah? And that's all we're asking for. So I would say, as far as I see it, you know, and I'm not exactly maybe, you know, the bellwether here, but there is a stay in execution, and people need to start talking to each other, they need to get together, and they need to come, you know, something wrong with the market traders come up with a plan and say, this is what we like. What's wrong with that? You know, I suppose, you know, if you could do it to them, don't let them do it to you. You know, so, well, this would be a good idea, you know, why don't we have this? You know, so, you know, you can be proactive in the decision-making process. And I think that this is a bit of a sort of, if you like, a window of opportunity for that. Okay.
Councillor Brown, you pointed out you've not taken any side, but when you referred to we, is that you as being a borough councillor, or as a borough council, or is it we as in like a group? You were kind of like saying, all we want is this, and
well, maybe the word we wasn't quite right. You know, I mean, I should have said I maybe on that case, right, but I think all that most people want is to feel as if they've been involved, properly consulted, have the right to vote if you like, one way or another, yeah? You know, I didn't mean we, you know, I mean this could be a we body, no doubt, you know, you'll have your discussions and you'll have a point of view, and you can say, Whitby Town Council, just as the decisions go out in Scarborough Borough Council, of which I don't have a lot of input into, go out as Scarborough Borough Council decisions. And therefore, you know, anybody who comes along to me and says, you decided, well, Borough Council did. I might not personally done so, but I'm part of that.
I just want to clarify the we.
I believe the word we
Yes. Gentleman down the panel, the lady at the front.
No, she wasn't.
No, oh, in the back, back.
My point is, one, right, without a review, time and effort has been spent on the review by the short-handed council. Every review decision has been rescinded. So, what is the point of having a review or continuing the review if every decision is going to be changed by public pressure? And two, within 30 miles of Whitby, there is 6 markets that people can trade at. So to say that people's livelihoods depend on Whitby market actually isn't strictly true, because they're free to trade in the towns where ratepayers are not cemented into the footings of their businesses.
Thank you. Is that everything? Yes, the lady at the front.
I'd like to argue that the way my business works, and I have bought it over a lot of years, it's about quality, and I think it does highlight for that moment the way this works. It does depend on trading with the market. I've built it up so I can walk to work, I don't have a vehicle, I couldn't, with no notice like we would always get, and just suddenly said, oh, I'll go and trade somewhere else. And my customers, we've built up regular customers over the last, 10 years on the market, but, before that too. Just to add that everyone feels better if they feel that they have been included in decisions that directly affect their own life, rather than just told this is for your own good, someone else has provided it.
Right, thank you. Anybody else like to speak before I close public participation up? No. Right then, item number 5, Whitby Market, to receive reference from SDC regarding changes to the operation of Whitby Market. One letter previously discussed at the town improvement committee, 2 letters referred to the full council, and a copy of the previous letter sent to the magistrate.
Well, as I explained when I was speaking to Councillor Barnett, we haven't had it officially from Scarborough Council that the original decision to stop the market operating 7 days a week, which would have started this Monday, we haven't been notified officially that that's been rescinded. However, it is clear that it has been rescinded. So really, we're here to discuss tonight the fact that we have appealed for extra consultation, both from Town Improvement and Full Council, and it seems that that's been reasonably successful.
Can we bring the email? Yes. We received an email from a member of the public with some questions. Did you read that email? Yes. It was yesterday. Oh, yesterday. Has anybody got any responses to any of these questions? Would you like to discuss any of these questions? Yes, Councillor.
I'd just like to ask the committee that what I was in the market day, the chartered market day, for Tuesday and Saturday, and seasonally the farmers market on a Thursday. Is this the case?
I believe that there were the market days.
I did a bit of research on this. It was originally chartered as a market in 1335, prescribed to be a Sunday, and during changes to Sunday trading law in 1445, it was changed to a Saturday. So it's been chartered as a Saturday market since 1445. And it's been it's been a choice to extend that to Tuesday and Saturday sometime in the 1940s. So we are chartered to hold a market Tuesday and Saturday.
Thank you.
But it is the Borough Council.
The Borough Council choice the charter
if they wish to allow markets on other days.
Yes, a charter means that you are required to hold a market on those 2 days. They can't choose not to hold a market on Tuesday and Saturday without applying to revoke the charter. They can choose to hold a market on more than those 2 days.
That's all right.
Well, I'd like to point out, I think that over the last 5 years or longer, that the market buys about Scarborough Borough Council has been mismanaged. If you look at the Freedom of Information request online, they've got no statistics for how many pitches have been rented for 5 years. They've got no trail of how much money has been taken. They've decided that they're going to take the market in hand, and how they've done it is by causing more confusion and more upset. And what's happened is it's put stallholders against businesses and businesses against stallholders. I don't believe there's any market or open market that trades for 7 days. And I think what we have to wait and see now is how they're going to do this consultation, and what do we expect to get from the consultation. I mean, what do we expect for this consultation to tell us?
I mean, the main thing is that we're involved.
We definitely want to be involved in this consultation.
I do agree that there has been some... Sorry, Councillor Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Councillor Wild that the fact is the market has been run poorly for a long time, and it is time to make everything, let's get it official, let's get some kind of structure in this. But another thing I want to say is that I've been aware of some absolutely horrible comments on the internet about people involved in this thing, and I would like to see that stop. I think some of the things that you said about people are probably libelous, and I think that anybody who's put anything like that on the internet should be thoroughly ashamed of themselves. But let's hope that we get the consultation we need, that the solution is for everybody, the market traders as well as the traders in the area. Let's go for the consultation, but let's keep it clean, people.
Councillor Stevenson.
Yeah, I'd just like to say that informally, and mainly thanks to fellow councillors in conversations I've been, I guess, alerted to details of the running of the council that I wasn't obviously previously aware of, and I think the issue of mismanagement really is at the top of the list. I don't know whether it's necessarily a good idea or a bad idea to have 7-day-a-week trading, but clearly there are issues as to what people pay compared to the rates that surrounding businesses pay, and whatever outcome we get here needs to be equitable, and I certainly take on board the fact that people who have built their business at Whitby Market under current circumstances should not be, or under the current rules such as they are, should not be unnecessarily disadvantaged. But the key for us, I think, as a council is that clearly we are one of the stakeholders that the Scarborough Borough Council refers to in the consultation process. We need to make the most of that, and I'll throw this on the table now. I think I may have raised it a couple of meetings ago. I think that included in that discussion, we ought to have a position about whether or not